and the last time too is 8:12, dozen after 8. Mix online your hits from the 80s, 90s, and today. Getting ready for the big Carol of Lights coming up this weekend, this Saturday, downtown Lampasas. And in the studio, folks from Vision Lampasas. Introduce yourself, young ladies. Get
Sure.
right up on the mic there.
You can move it.
TJ Monroe.
Of course, TJ Monroe,
And I'm Libby Blunser.
Libby Blunster. Both of y'all have been dealing with this Carol of Lights for quite some time, have you not?
It's turned us into old people.
Old people. Well, I'm right there with you, sister. Yes.
Kids burst known as lava.
It is. Yeah. Now, Carol of the Lights has been around for how long now?
Oh, probably 20 plus years.
20
in
years
some,
plus.
some fashion or other.
Yeah. And it started out as what?
It started out with just the middle school, elementary school kids under the direction of Betty Ann Whitus as choir director, coming down from the Presbyterian Church all the way down 3rd Street to the bandstand, singing Christmas carols, holding lights, and it was just a beautiful thing. It was wonderful.
Wow. That does sound beautiful.
After a while, was decided we needed to put some oomph into it, and so the Courtyard Square asked Vision to help. And at that point, we decided to come up with a parade and a few other activities during the day. So it's now a 2-day function. We have the activities for Carol of Lights on Saturday, and then the museum has tour of homes on Sunday.
Well, it's morphed into this big Gigundo event.
Yeah.
Here. It's a all-day event. Now, when's it first?
It starts about 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
The classic cars show up on the square. They're on the south side of the square at 8 o'clock. The farmers market starts showing up early. They start coming in 5, 6 o'clock to set up their booths. So they will be on the east side only during our event. So they've graciously stepped over to the east side. We'll have a static display from Fort Cavazos.
Yeah, we still call it Fort Hood.
Good, I do
Yeah.
too. Fort Hood. They'll be on the west side with some equipment that all the kids love to climb on. We've got the classic cars, of course, on the south side. And then the north side will be taped off for the Snow Queen pageant. That starts at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay. All right. Now, 4th Street's going to be fine, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We're not allowed to touch TxDOT's road.
Oh, that's
so,
right. That's a
yeah.
state road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will be open. We will close the entry there at Live Oak, keep it closed from through traffic.
It's on the
Pecan
north
Street will
side?
still be open.
North of 4th will be closed?
Live Oak and 4th will be closed.
Okay.
So that you can't get on the courthouse.
Now, Libby, were you voluntold for this project? Or how'd you get involved with this?
I said yes to one thing, and before
Uh-huh,
it was like
there
a
you-
1,000 things.
It all starts with that one yes.
Yeah.
And look at you now. How many years you been involved with it?
Gosh, almost 20 something years. I was a teacher for 30 years here and retired and watched them do the first mural and went, oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. So I didn't work on the first mural, but I believe I've worked on all the other ones. And if you're on the mural, your name slips around to everything else. And so then there was.
It's like, well, go get Libby. She did.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And, you know, really and truly, it's a wonderful volunteer opportunity because it isn't full time. That's the first thing. You can get involved in some of the activities without being on the board. So if you like something and you'd like to be a part of it, you know, you get to do that.
But then you sold your soul. You have to do it for 20 years, right?
Exactly.
You know, it's been honestly, it's been a blessing not only to the town but to the people that volunteer because it is we have a real joyful group, and they rarely say no to anything. And so we started out with 1 or 2 things, and now we have 6 events that we do for
Wow.
Vision. But
I would just like to say we have some very talented people on our board. They're artists as well as givers, and we are, the community is our best interest, and that's what they're there for, to give back to the community. And we do have some talent on our board.
Are y'all always looking for volunteers?
We are.
yes, we have you on the list now.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I can see you out there
Where?
volunteering,
Yeah.
painting.
I can do my paint by number.
I wouldn't let him
Oh,
paint.
we
That's
did
it.
that earlier.
Oh.
Sign you up. That's all that we do. Yeah, put a
Look
number
at
in.
that.
Yeah.
Take a paintbrush and a blue cup of paint, and there you go.
That's it. Yeah. Just sit me in a corner.
Keep kid busy.
Yeah. Here, just give him some finger painting. It'll be fine. Yeah.
But our Carol of Lights really is well, all of our activities are community activities. But Carol of Lights and Square Silly are the two that we probably have the most fun with, because kids, grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, dogs, they bring them all out, and so it's just so much fun to
Yeah.
do that.
Is this Christmas on the Creek part of that? Or are they two
yes,
separate things?
Christmas on the Creek is part of Vision. They
Okay.
are, yeah, and that's another thing. It happens next weekend on the 9th.
Next weekend.
You going to take your kids?
Yes.
All 14 of them?
All 14 of them.
Okay.
Listen, that is such a sweet. That's so sweet. If you can be odd, all you have to do is stand afar and look at those lights, and they are spectacular.
I took
They
my
really-
grandkids there several years ago when they were much younger. Had a blast. They loved it. Yeah.
My kids love the lights too. So beautiful. They do such a great job out there.
It's wonderful. Our Carol of Lights is also fun. We got real particular with it a few years ago, and we had contests, and we just made it harder than it needed to be. And so COVID came around, and we just said, okay, we're just going to take out some of that stuff.
Step
And
back,
it's so much more fun because anybody can come. If you've got a band and you want to put it on a trailer and strum around the square when they're, in the parade mode, you can do it. There's still lots of lights. It's just so much fun. And people, there's hundreds of people on the square watching it.
Yes, it's
Thousands.
beautiful.
We say
Thousands.
thousands.
We say thousands.
And there is no entry fee for the parade.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
You still, people still sign up? When's the deadline for that?
The day off.
Oh, really?
Show up and we'll sign you up and put you in line. But I do want to mention that Santa is going to be at Ajinomoto Foods North America. They're sponsoring our parade again this year.
No.
And Santa is always in their lobby.
Because that's where the food is.
Yeah, he's there from
Yeah.
3:30 to 6, and photo ops, and tell Santa everything you want.
Now, Santa's wife's hanging around the square too. Is she not?
She is. She's usually in the MD Able building. She's telling stories, reading books to the kids, and then there's some craft as well. That's sponsored by LAFTA. There will be craft making there for the kiddos, the younger kids especially. So
What's that parade route?
it starts at the old middle school gym, which is on North and
Something.
Western, North,
Western?
Yeah.
and then it goes down to Chestnut, turns and goes to 3rd Street and comes all the way back, and then circles around back to the old middle school. So it goes all the way down.
Okay,
3rd
just makes a big circle then, huh? Oh, good. How many people you got involved in that now, as far as people that signed up to be in the parade? Is
Right now we have about 15, but mostly they'll show up the day off.
that right?
A lot depends on the weather. If it's raining, most people are not going to put their antique cars in the parade, or whatever
Right.
they've got decorated. They're going to keep it safe.
Well, when they say a slight chance of rain in that passes, that means zero.
Exactly.
Zero
Mhm.
chance. Yeah.
Exactly.
Our
Especially-
biodome.
especially where I live.
Yeah.
And we do advertise that the parade goes on rain or shine. So if there's just a shower, just come on out. It'll usually pass. And
Yeah. Just
We've
don't come
only-
up with a convertible.
I don't think we've ever been rained out. Do you
Well, one
remember?
time it sprinkled, and we all looked at each other and said, we're having it anyway. And the moment I think we proclaimed that, the sky closed and said, okay. And it sprinkled, but we probably had as many people as we've ever had. They
Good.
just wait a little bit. But we have dignitaries that will, from the county.
Get right up on that
state.
mic there, Libby.
We have dignitaries that will also be in the parade.
The mayor of Lampasas has agreed to show up. We usually have the mayor of Kempner and Lomita. And we've asked Representative Spiller if he can find the time he'll be down.
Judge Hoyer.
Judge Hoyer.
Oh, Hoyer.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they
And we
can't say
have-
no. How'd you like to be in front of TJ and say, no, no?
We do have a grand marshal that's always in the parade. We alternate with Ajinomoto. It's their turn this year, and they have chosen one of their employees, Eli Morales. Is going to be the grand marshal, so he will be in the front of the parade, leading, and the Boy Scouts are going to be the color guard, right?
Oh, good for
Yes.
them.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to be your grand marshal.
Yeah.
We have our big
We'll
fire.
nominate
No,
you.
Ken.
Yeah.
We'll nominate you next year.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a grand marshal.
Yeah.
But curious
Fort-
question.
Fort Hood sends over this year. We'll be honored again with some static displays and also their jazz band. It's about 15 kids that come over and they have a great time playing Christmas carols while they march.
From Fort Hood?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Nice.
How do you guys get the money to put this stuff on?
Ajinomoto sponsors our parade, and we use that money to do our advertising. Whatever supplies we need, banners. We usually have hats and lights and things that we need. So
Yeah.
Print materials.
Yeah.
and things
Well, it
like that.
takes a lot of money to put the stuff on, especially their
Yeah.
Christmas on the Creek there.
we do this really nice poster. I know that everyone can't see it, but it's red and white, and it's in all the stores. We posted it all over town. It tells you everything you need to know about the Carol of Lights and the times and where to go.
All right. How do people get information on this? Obviously, if they don't have your poster there, how do they get the information?
Most people call the chamber, and they're really good to us. They pass along all the information. We do have a website, visionlampasas.org. They can go there and look. All the information is there. And then they usually find some way to ask people that know. So
All right. Again, this weekend, starting at 8 o'clock, goes on until the parade is over. What? Parade starts at what, 6:30?
6:30.
Okay. And come early, bring the chairs out along the parade route.
So there is something that we failed to say, but there'll be food on the
Ooh.
square and the
Food
bank,
trucks?
and the bank, yeah, food trucks.
Oh.
Food
And the
truck.
bank provides
Popcorn.
popcorn, and I think someone else does.
We do have the band Booster
Cedar.
Club. They're coming and
Mhm.
going to do chili, I think. They'll have
Ooh, chili.
And they just line up. So if you want to come, bring a chair or pull up a curb, because that's what they end up doing. And they ask that the parade entries not include Santa, because Santa and Mrs. Santa will be in the parade. So
There'll be a bunch of posers out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
decorate their floats however they want to. Of course, all of them are lighted, and some have music on them. We'd love for people to, dazzle us with a new idea and show up. So
Well, if they want to be in a parade, what do they have to do?
There's a parade
Fill out a form or
application.
something?
Yeah, there's a parade application. It's on the website, and they pull it up, or they show. Like I say, a lot of people show up the day of. We got the application there. They fill it out, get in line.
Okay, good deal.
We want to say that the theme this year is we always use the museum's theme to keep things simple. And this year, their theme is 1873 sesquicentennial.
Sesquicentennial.
Yes, that word. And
Spell it.
Uh-huh.
hard enough to say. But
Yeah.
anyway, that will be the theme. Some people use that for their parade or for their float, and some people just put whatever they want. So
Okay.
we're happy to have them no matter what.
All right. Anything else we're missing here on
Well,
this big grand day?
There's one more thing, maybe. There's a contest at the museum with Christmas trees, and they usually try to go with the themes. And there's also kids can enter, and they're always really cute. So they put the trees up, and
Well, that's an annual thing, is it not? Or
No,
did they
yes,
just start
uh-huh.
that?
No, no,
Okay, I
always.
figured that was going on.
a lot
Yeah.
of the schools do
Yeah.
involve their kids with it. So that really the whole town has an opportunity to be involved in it if they choose. So it's fun.
Yeah, it's one of the big events goes on here in Lampasas annually.
We'll be decorating the bandstand today, and it's always beautiful. So we got ornaments on all the windows. So we're doing our part to
Busy people.
Christmas it up.
And don't
Very-
forget the tour of homes for the museum on Sunday. The price this year is $15 for the tickets.
The tour of what?
Tour of homes.
Homes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's an annual thing as well.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah.
They have about 5 homes that get decorated up really pretty for Christmas, and you can go look inside all those homes.
All right, very good. All right, TJ Monroe and Libby, I appreciate you coming in this morning,
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
for having us.
Thank you.
and looking forward to Casey's going to be there
I'm gonna be
on the
there.
square. We're going to be broadcasting live from down there, and looking forward to another year of Carol of Lights. And of course, you say the week after the the Christmas on the Creek
That's
Is-
it on the 9th.
on the 9th. Santa
that
going to be
is-
there too?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Santa's always going to be. In fact, Santa's going to be on the stage, and he's going to be. You can cozy up to Santa and ask.
Suck up to Santa and tell him you want that big old gigantic surfboard.
We have music. We'll have music that day too. But y'all will be visiting with the Christmas on the Creek crew this week, so
Oh, yeah?
they'll tell you
Okay.
a little bit more about it.
All right. Good deal. Casey doesn't tell me anything.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
We wing it.
Looking forward to this weekend, this Saturday, starting at 8 o'clock with the Big O Classic Car Show down on the
Yep.
square. Christmas on the Creek. Land passes. 828 Mix Online, your hits from the 80s, 90s, and today. Good morning.
Today, new dangers face mankind.